A very good evening, ma'am. Today I am going to tell about process steps. In this class, we are going to learn about some points. What is a process? Differentiate between the process and the processor. What are the memories are required? What is the function of operating system? Functionality of each state, how to execute each process, differentiate the preemptive and the non-preemptive technique, and finally identify the process sequence before execution and after execution. Now, what is a process? Process is nothing but any program execution procedure is called as a process. Suppose any procedure, any items are prepared or any items are made prepared, that procedure is called as a process. The next one, differentiate between the process and the processor. The process is executed by the processor. Is it clear? In the next one, what are the memories are required here? Any program or any process or any project is executed in main memory only. But that main memory space is not enough. Because of that, sometimes some data or some program or some process are stored into the secondary memory. The storage purpose we are using in secondary memory, the execution purpose we are using in main memory. Because of that, here both memories are using. Both memories are required. What is the function of operating system? Operating system is interface between the hardware component and software component. How to communicate these two? Without operating system, the hardware component and software component, does not communicate both. Now, the operating system is help to these two are communicated. How to help it? Okay, this operating system is resource allocator. What are the resources? The memory resource are in IO operation resources or processor. Okay, any process or any program is executed, these resources are needed compulsory. Because of that, the operating system is the resources are assigned to the any process. Okay, because of that, this operating system is the most function is most important in the execution of the program. Next one, functionality of each state. Here the process state consists of some states, 7 states. Okay, what are the states? New state, ready state, running state, waiting state, termination state, suspended ready state, suspended wait state. Okay, any process that execution is completed, okay, that process will go to termination state. Otherwise, that process passes from number of states during its life. What is new state? New state is the process is being created. Created state is new state. The ready state, here the process is ready for execution. The number of processes are ready for execution, the ready state. The running state, the processor is allocating the process and also execute the process. The execution process is running state. Waiting state, sometimes the processor, some resources are not available, and that time that process is waited into the waiting state. Termination state, after the execution will go to the termination state. Suspended ready state and suspended wait state. Okay, these two are sometimes are using. Okay, the remaining above 5 states are compulsory the execution process. Okay, here these two cases are some cases are using. Okay, what is that cases? the ready queue, okay, ready queue main memory is full, and that time the upcoming processes are stored into the suspended ready state. In the same like that, the wait state main memory is full, okay, and that time the processes are weighted into the suspended wait state. Okay. In this next one, we will discuss the process state diagram. The process state is also called as a five-state model. Why? Because here the five states are must and should execution of the each process. Okay. Now here it consists of two ways. Two techniques will follow. One is non-preemptive, another one is preemptive. Okay, what is preemptive and what is non-preemptive? Non-preemptive, once any processor, once the allocating the process, will not be taken back from the until the process completion of its execution. Is it clear? Here the process is allocating the process, will not taken back from the process until the completion of that process, the completion of that execution. That is called non-preemptive. In the middle of the execution, that the processor will not terminate the process. Okay, and preemptive, the middle of the execution, the processor is terminate the process. Why terminated here? The two any interrupts are occurred, okay, terminating the process. That is preemptive state. Okay, now we'll discuss non-preemptive. Here, the new state, the process is created. Before creating the process, the program is in secondary memory. After the process is created, is in main memory. Okay, now the all processes are in ready queue, in ready state. Okay, in the ready state, okay, the queue data structure will follow. Okay, what is the queue data structure? First in, first out. Okay, the rear and front. Entering the rear and deleting the front. Okay, rear and front is using the queue data structure. Here the number of processes are ready for execution. All processes are ready for execution. The number of processes are there. Okay, suppose 5 processes are there, or 10 processes are there, or 15 or n number of processes are there. All processes are ready for execution in the ready state. Now, the which process is assigned to the processor is decided by the operating system. Okay, how to decide the operating system? We are using the process schedule. The process schedule is here the schedule the processes. Which process is allocated first? The which process is allocated second? Okay, thus allocation, the scheduling the operating system. Okay, the how to scheduling the different algorithms are using. The operating system is decided which process is allocated to the processor. Okay, and that process, any process is allocating. Okay, the all the resources are available on that time. Okay, the process will be executed. Okay, after executed, the execution is completed. That process is coming to the termination state. In some cases, the in that middle of the execution, the IO operation is needed. Suppose in what cases the IO operation is needed? Here, take C program. One program is completed. Sometimes, what are the n values? Okay, suppose the enter the two numbers. Okay, any two numbers. Okay, on that time we are using in IO operation. We are entering to the keyboard operation. Okay, on that time the keyboard IO operation is busy. On that time, the process is waited to the waiting state. Okay, this is fraction of seconds. Okay, this processing. Okay, immediately the IO request is completed. The IO operation is available. Again, the process is coming to the ready state. Okay, the ready state is again coming to the running state. Okay, the running state, the process will be executed. Okay, now here any process is allocating to the processor, that process execution is completed. Okay, that is called, the process is execution is completed. Until that, up to that, the another process is not allocated. That is called as a non-preemptive technique. Okay. Okay, this is the time waste process. Suppose one process is a longest process. Okay, in the ready queue, the next process is very smallest processes is there. Okay, large size process and the smallest. Okay, this smallest size process is waiting for the long period of time. Okay, this is the number of processes are waiting. Okay, because of that, any problems are occurring in this execution process. Okay, the all processes are waiting here. Okay, that is the drawback of non-preemptive method. In the because of that, here the preemptive method will be the overcome to the non-preemptive method drawback. Now here, what is preemptive here? The number of processes are in the ready queue. Okay, already discussed here. The new state, the process is created. In the ready state, the n number of processes are ready for execution. Okay, same like that, the operating system is which process is allocated to the processor is decided by the operating system. Okay, the running state, in that running state, in the three cases are there. Okay, one case, the all the resources are available. Okay, that process is execution. The execution process is going to termination state. Okay, this is first case. In the second case, already IO request is not available. IO operation is not available. And that time that process is waiting to the wait state. Okay, where up to the IO operation is completed. IO operation is completed, that process is again registered. Okay, this is second case. Third case, any interruption is occurred. Any interrupt is occurred, the middle of the execution, any process, the middle of the execution. Okay, that process will be terminated to the ready state. Okay, well, in two cases, the interrupt is occurred. One case is time quantum and the another case is priority level. Okay, suppose one process time quantum is over, that process execution is not completed. Okay, that process is terminated to the running state, again coming to the ready state. Okay, again waiting to the ready state. The processor is allocating to the next process. Okay, the processor is allocating the next process. In the preemptive method, okay, the very busy to the processor. In the non-preemptive method, any process is waiting for the IO request and that process is waiting time. The CPU is idle in the non-preemptive technique. Now here the CPU is not idle in the any time. Okay, any time the CPU is working. Okay, why anytime the CPU is working? Why? Because okay, some process is waiting into the waiting state, then another process is any interrupt is occurred, that is waiting to the ready state, the another process is also assigned to the processor. Okay, because of that, we are very busy for CPU. Okay, processor. Okay, any processor efficiency is good. Okay, that system is very good system. Okay, now in some two cases, sometimes the number of processors are there, the ready queue is full. Okay, ready queue main memory is full. Okay, main memory is not enough. On that situation, the upcoming processors are stored into the suspended ready state. Whenever the ready queue is free, the suspended ready state processes are assigned to the ready state. Okay, here also same like that. The wait state main memory is full. is full, okay, not there in main memory, not there in not no space in main memory, and that time, okay, the process will wait to the suspended wait state. Okay, whenever the wait state is free, that process is assigned the wait state. Okay, these two things are also expressing. Here one point is remembering that ready state, running state, wait state is these three are using the main memory only. The remaining new state, suspend ready, suspend wait, and termination is using the secondary memories. Okay, now the next one, identify the process sequence of before execution and after execution. Here, this is new state, this is running state, this is ready state, this is running state, this is wait state, this is termination state. Okay, now here the 5 processes are created. Okay, the 5 processes are entered in the ready queue. Okay, here following a queue data structure, first in first, P1, P2, P3, P4, P5. Okay, these 5 processes are in the ready queue. Okay, the first process is allocated to the processor. Okay, this is which process is allocated to the processor, that is decided to the operating system. Already know. Okay, that process P1 is allocating. On that time, here the resource IO resources are not available. The process P1 is directly come to the wait state. Okay, stored into the here. Okay, stored into the here. The left side is stored. Okay, now this is multi-programming preemptive technique. Because of that, this P1 is wait state. The processor is allocating the next process P2. Okay, in this P2 is resources are available. Okay, P2 what are the resources are available? That resources all are there. Okay, the P2 is execution. The execution is completed. That is going to termination state. Okay, the next one again the processor allocating to the third process P3. Okay, the P3 execution is after the execution is completed, and that time any interruption is occurred, the time quantum is over. Okay, that process is relieving from the running state. Okay, taken back to the running state. Now again the process is allocated to the processor for next process. Okay, here the IO request is not available. That process P4 is again stored into the waiting state. Now the process P5 is assigned to the processor. With all resources are available. Okay, that execution is completed. Okay, this going to termination state. Okay, in the next one, okay, the ready state, that after P5, the P3 is adding here. Okay, the P3 is executed. Okay, and the P3 is stored in the termination state. Next one, the IO operations is available P1 and P4. These two are in ready state. P1 is executed in the running state, and also P4 is also executed in the running state. The P1 and P2 also stored into the termination state. Okay, here the sequence of before execution P1, P2, P3, P4, P5. Okay, the processor execution, the processor after execution, that sequence is P2, P5, P3, P1, P4. Okay, because of that, this is the multi-programming technique and non-preemptive technique. The processor is allocating the processors, all the resources are available, and that time the complete process will be executed. Okay, this is the sequence for before execution and after execution. Okay, we will discuss